right. Welcome, Patreon. Thank you guys for supporting. If you're new, let us know. But we've been sitting on this for a long time. It kept getting pushed and pushed and pushed, but I think this is a good time to get to it. Listen to this story from Fat Joe.
You know who used to talk to me all the time? Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber.
He don't talk to you no more?
No, Justin Bieber we do every now and then. But Justin Bieber, I'm going to tell you what fucked me up with Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber gets arrested just driving crazy around Miami. Raul, rest in peace, calls me up and says, yo, they looking for somebody to bail out Justin Bieber. It wasn't no money. It was nothing. The problem is he calls me to thank me and starts saying, yo, I'm a gangster now.
Since he got arrested? Oh, nah. He was in traffic? What he got arrested for?
Speeding, right? But he started telling me he's a gangster, Joe. I went to Joe. I said, yo, Justin, listen, bro. You gotta stop. Like this, nah, straight. You gotta stop. Like, we don't want you gangster. We want you saying, baby, baby. This, and I think if I would have gassed him, like some of these OG gang guys gassed the young kids, he'd have been like, Fat Joe. But I hit him with the, yo, we don't want you on the news, bro. We don't want you getting arrested. We want you to succeed. You're Justin Bieber. My daughter worships you. We all love you. And that kind of messed up my relationship with him at that moment because he really was like...
He wasn't trying to hear that?
Nah, he was just like, he felt like, you know, yo, this guy, you know, I'm the fun killer at the moment. The problem is we can't glorify going to jail or getting arrested and these rappers acting like it's some sexy because I know that the most I was intimidated, right? I walk into jail, right? And I'm not scared of nobody, but I walk in this jail and there's 2,000 guys, Aryan Nation, Jamaicans, Haitians, Puerto Ricans. They all cock diesel. It's like the movie Metal. And when they see me, it's like the Game of Thrones, the dragon without fire. They're like, ah! They screaming like, ah! Like I never heard no, like it's almost like 100 motorcycles screeching and went, ah! And I actually got intimidated. And while I'm walking to my cell, I gotta talk to myself. Yo, Joe, don't fall in this. Yo, Joe, don't let it play you. Like I'm walking to my cell, giving myself a prep talk in my mind.
All right, so this one was interesting to us because, you know, these guys rap about things and they try to sound hard and, you know, they from the streets and all this kind of stuff. To the point where somebody like a Justin Bieber, who has none of that history, feels like he needs to adopt that history to make it when the people making the music are admitting like, hey, I was scared walking into prison. This is not the life you want. Why, I guess my question is, why does our culture support this narrative that's to be praised? This gangster, I'm a thug, I'm hard, I just got arrested, you know, that kind of glorifying that life when the people involved in it, if you get them in an honest moment, don't really glorify it.
I think Hollywood, and I can't even say rap music all the way, depending on who you're listening to. I think just coming from that culture, you know certain things just come along with that lifestyle. If you're doing certain things for a certain amount of time, you know, jail coming with that, you know, potentially life-threatening situations come along with that. You just know it comes along with it. But you're in a mindset, if you really feel like you need to do that, if you're in one of those areas, you counting the cost, but you looking like, man, I'm so tired of my situation, I'm willing to take the risk. But what you saw was people in those situations, they getting money, they getting cars, people respecting them and honoring them and calling them OG and all this kind of stuff. So when you got somebody who from the suburbs, like a Justin Bieber or something like that, who really don't have an identity besides for what people know them for doing, singing and all this kind of stuff. You're trying to find a way to belong. You're trying to find out who you are. You're trying to find something that you can do that's going to look cool. People who don't need to be in those situations. So now they're glorifying all the wrong things. If you ever get somebody who really from the streets for real, they're not going to tell you jail and prison is cool. It ain't cool being shot at. It ain't cool being on the run from the police. They're not finna glorify these things. But you looking at the positive things in their life, and you know these things come along with it, so you're glorifying everything because you're out of touch. You don't really know what's going on for real. You're not really satisfied with the fact that you had your parents in your home, that you weren't having to go out here and do illegal things for money. Like, that's the blessing. What they missing is people in that situation wish they was in your spot. But now you want to act like you one of them.
Yeah.
Because of the praise you think it comes from it with people. And you just lying to yourself. I think anybody who got good sense in their head will tell you ain't nothing cool about being poor. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing cool about selling drugs. Like, yeah, you might see them going out here. Juvenile had a line in one of these songs that acting like that ain't never had. Mm-hmm. When you get money and you ain't never had nothing, that's why you see them buying the car with the rim. That's why you see them because they never had nothing. They just celebrating the fact that I finally got something in my hands. But people over there just looking at, oh man, it's cool, man. That's what you're supposed to do. They don't understand.
Yeah.
So now you Justin Bieber, you think you're a gangster because you got a speeding ticket. It's like
That's wild.
And they feel it gives them like it gives you credibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like being from Chicago. Chicago's a heavily like gang city. And I had a cousin, he passed away many years ago, big time drug dealer, gangster. And they have pages dedicated to like just infamous, famous Chicago gangsters that people respect. Oh, they made it out the mud. And what dominates a lot of, hip hop culture and that culture too is money, girls, cars, and clothes. And that's what people want. You want esteem, you want respect. But there are different ways to get respect. And it don't have to be, like you said, selling dope, being disrespectful to women. And I think people, they always see the flashy, glamorous parts of it, but you don't always get to see the other side of that. And I think it's just pushing a false narrative that a lot of people are buying into because the people who are like, those artists and celebrities, they have major label backers, so they're able to push their message, and they've succeeded for many decades in making that type of music like the dominant music. So then when it's stuff about knowledge or wisdom, or I think Waka Flocka went on Breakfast Club and he was talking about that. He said they don't want to hear me talk about my family and my wife and my kids and being a good person. They want to hear the other stuff. Yeah. That's what they push. That's what they want. Yeah. And he was saying he was even getting tired of it himself and had to take a step back from it. So I think it's just the nature of the industry. I didn't know that about Bieber. I'm actually kind of, it's funny and kind of surprising. Yeah. But it's sad that that's what is, like when he thinks of, I guess, hip hop culture and a rapper, that's what he
It's in Christian rap too. I know a bunch of Christian rappers who.
Do you think people be inflating, like exaggerating their testimonies?
Absolutely.
And okay, because I'll be like,
yeah, we know for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
I tell you all the time, I never was I'm not no killer. I'm not no gangster. I come from the hood, but I'm not a gangster. I'm not a killer. I wasn't out here trying to. So I made a few bad decisions to put me in a few bad places. You know what I'm saying? But I was never just like, man, I'm just that guy. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? But these guys, you'll think they were just, they going Frank Lucas coming out this month. I'm like, bro, just be real, bro. You in church lying about your testimony? In church? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it don't have no bounds. It ain't just secular artists, it's Christian artists too. People don't understand being yourself is the realest thing you can do.
Hey, Christy. Hey, Ray. Hey, Chrissy. We see you guys. Thank you guys for supporting us. Ray said, I respect his stance and his response to Justin Bieber. I appreciate him standing on business the way he did with Justin Bieber and told him what needed to be said. And Chrissy said, that's the lifestyle that's validated by the mainstream. And she said she's not about that life.
We need more OGs telling them what Joe is saying.
I appreciate him saying it because I think the assumption is, yeah, this is all real. And it's like, so it's not. Like, you're chasing after a fantasy they made up that if they were honest, they would say, I would never live like that.
It's common sense. If I'm selling a whole lot of drugs and I'm shooting all these people and robbing all these folks, I'm finna come out and make a song about it that millions of people going to.
The problem is the new kids do.
And they go to jail soon after. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's stupid both ways.
It was stupid in our era, Jay.
Yeah, I'm saying both. It's stupid both ways. Either I'm really doing it and I'm gonna go to jail soon,
or I'm lying about doing it.
Or I'm lying about doing it, and now I got other folks wanting to do it, thinking that I'm doing it.
But remember, the culture was lie about doing it, make fun of people who lie about doing it because they're not real. So I'm gonna be real and really do it.
Right, we're gonna
go
check
to
your
jail
background
and then make fun of the people who really do it. So it's just back and forth. Yeah.
We don't heed the cautionary tales in our culture enough. Y'all remember Paid in Full?
Yeah.
One of my favorite movies.
My favorite movie.
Cautionary tale. People didn't pay attention. Paid in Full, and another one that flew under the radar in the 90s. I don't know if I remember Tales from the Hood. When dude played the big gangster, and then she was like trying to show him like, you need to wake up to the reality of what you done. I just think, man, snatching young people while they're young and telling them you don't even have to go that way. Even Cardi B got exposed. Her song was playing. Her daughter walked in the room. It was on like IG Live.
Yeah.
And she hurried up and turned it off. She was like, no. Like even she's shielding her daughter from all of that.
Yeah, but you letting our kids hear it.
Exactly.
That part.
All right, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. We love you guys. We'll see you. What are you laughing at?
I just processed what you said.
I'm
sorry. Oh, Cardi B.
Oh, yeah.
Shielding her child.
All right, y'all. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.
What's the other